Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video and another episode of my MotoGP 19 career mode here today. And if you guys missed the last episode before we jump into this one, then go watch it guys, episode number 16 I believe, and go click on the card in the top right hand corner of your screen to go watch it, because there were some big events that took place in that video guys, and the championship got decided in many ways. So guys, go watch it before you come back to this one to see exactly what happened and what went down and how we got to this point. Now for this one, we are here for the finale guys of season 2 in Moto 2, and pretty much I've given you guys fair spoiler warning now, so if you haven't clicked off the video, that is your fault. But for this episode guys, as you guys know, we won the championship in the last episode, so from now on we've got 3 races left in this finale. We've got, I believe, Phillip Island, we've got Malaysia, and we've got also Valencia. So for all 3 of the races, because we won the championship, we're going to start all 3 of them from the back of the grid, and we're going to have a little bit of fun and see how we get on in those races, and see if we can try and maybe get a podium or a top 5 finish having started from the back of the grid. And there's going to be a lot of fun and something a little bit fresh and something a little bit different. So let's jump into it and let's see how we get on. First of all, we're going to do some upgrades, because we've got just about enough points for one more final upgrade, and I think it's going to help us out in terms of us wanting to push forward and make the overtakes this race. And we've got just enough points to purchase an engine upgrade, as you can see there on screen. So that is that. Now we're going to jump into the action here, and the first race out of the 3 in this episode is going to be Phillip Island. So let's get to work. Let's see how we get on around here. One of my favourite tracks on the calendar, top 3 for me. Really love it, and I'm looking forward to it. So let's jump into it and let's get into the racing, and let's see if we can try and win this race. Okay, so here we are then for the first of 3 races in this episode. The first one taking place in Phillip Island. There is Marcel Schrotter, the man starting from pole position. Lorenzo Baldassarri, P2, and then I believe, actually he's in the Flexbox HP40, and we're battling them for their constructors, so that is still up for grabs in many ways. And then we've got Marco Bezzecchi down in P29 there on the Red Bull KTM Tech 3 Moto 2 team. But for us, we're going to do some tyre adjustments, so we're going to first of all strap on, I think I'm just going to go hard front, hard rear. I'm going to play it safe. I was thinking medium front, but we'll just go hard front, hard rear. We're going to be pushing hard, making overtakes, and generally just trying to go really fast. So yeah, we're going to just go for it and go for the hardest tyres, so we have the most durability and we can just push flat out. So yeah, let's jump into it. It's time for race 1 out of 3, and the third from last race of the season for the Australian Grand Prix. Let's do this. Right, here we go then. Let's get ready for the 5 red lights, and let's see if we try and get a half decent start. And the answer to that is no, not very good. We've struggled with those all season, to be honest, especially since I've returned to MotoGP, but there won't be many more as we go into turn 1. Let's take it easy here. Just going to see if I can pick up a few of the kind of lower end guys who are not too quick. We'll go on the outside through here. Lots of riders going very wide. I'm going to have to take a very wide line. The bike's not feeling too comfortable yet. These hard tyres are definitely noticeable in terms of they feel a lot worse compared to the soft tyres. But up to P28, around the outside here. Let's see how many we can pick off. Just the 1 on the brakes at the hairpin. I'm going to get off the brake a little bit, release it, and the inside, a little bit of contact there with a Tech 3 bike. Got to be careful. We're going to stand him up. Oetel, we're going to get around the outside. Tulovic in front around the outside of turn 6. On the power there, good exit. We'll take that. That's pretty damn good. Dominic Agata there in front as well. Can we go down the inside? Oh, that's close. Tulovic, brave to slice across my nose like that at that speed. We're going to go around the outside here at Lukey Heights. That's going to become the inside for the hairpin. A little bit of contact there with, I want to say that's Chantra. Yeah, Chantra, there it is. We're going to switch back underneath. Can we get the power down? End of lap 1 out of 6. Having a look there down the inside of Chantra, but not quite working out. We're going to get the power down again onto the pit straight. Hopefully that engine upgrade pays off. And here we go, look at the speed. Chantra getting a nice tow from Roberts in front. As Marcel Schrotter still leads the way, end of lap 1 onto lap 2. We're up to P23, good opening lap in this race. Down towards turn 2 we go. This is going to be very interesting. We take a very different line here compared to the AI. We kind of go very wide on entry and then focus on the exit. Let's see how much speed I can carry here. This kink the AI get on the brakes quite a lot. They're very narrow, very shallow with their line. I'll take a much wider line. Chantra though, to be fair, carrying good speed. I fancy to move down the inside there, but not quite committed enough. I can feel the front just vibrating on the braking because obviously the tyre wants to tuck in. Okay, it's time to start making some moves now. I've had a bit of a lap to study the AI to see where they're, where they're better off and their weaker points. This final corner is a weak point and one that I can definitely exploit. This time onto the pit straight, we've got a much better run and a toe. Onto lap 3. Look at the speed, 290. Down to turn 1. Down the inside, a little bit of curb there. That's not ideal, but we are going to get the move on Chantra, but he returns the favour. Back down the inside on the switchback. Okay, it's time to start making the moves now. I've studied the AI long enough. Now I'm going to start using my kind of strong points versus their weak points on the track to try and make the moves happen. Let's try and get past Chantra here. Good exit there. We've got the inside for the next right-hander. There we go, stand him up, block pass. Don't let him hang around the outside. Up to P22. Up next, Roberts, then Burnsdale. Let's try and chase these guys down now, make these overtakes. Oh, that's a big moment there. Somehow we still hold on to P22, but that was a massive wobble. Scary, very scary. Right, on to lap 4, 3 laps to go. Pretty much half race distance. Still a way off the points, so we need to try and do better than this and find more pace. That is perfect for turn 1. That's the line you want right there. Just tucking into the edge of the curb without actually touching the curb. And then this is the line that I like to take for turn 2. I'm unchallenged, so I can take it. A very wide entry with a very quick, low exit, aggressive exit. Let's go flat out through the kink here. Not quite, a little bit of a lift and brake. See if I can try and make some overtakes now, because P15 is points, and we're quite a way away from that, to be honest. Very tidy lap so far. Starting to put the pressure on Roberts. That's a good exit there, really good. If we can just carry the speed through the left and then through the right. A bit aggressive there over the curb. Fancy looking down the inside there, but not quite close enough. This time let's try and be a little bit more careful. Down towards the right hander of turn 10. That's better, there we go. Then 11, I hate this corner, it's my worst corner on the track, I hate it so much. It's kind of like a double apex and it's really understeery. Into the front of the corner, nice and low. That's what you want. Right, that's a pretty good lap to be fair. An improvement. You see the gap behind. 2 laps to go. We need to make these moves happen. It has to happen now. Come on. Good exit there. We're going to get the one Roberts around the outside. Not quite, but we'll get the inside for the hairpin. I'm hot. Very hot. Slow it down. Luckily for me, there's a little bit of runoff area there of tarmac. That's going to allow Roberts to retake the position. I've got very little confidence on the brakes. I think the hard tyre is probably a bit too hard looking at the tyre where I should have maybe gone for medium. But I didn't want to take that risk. We've got the one of Roberts here though, we're going to go down the inside. There we go. Carbon copy of the one before pretty much. Up to P21. Right, it's going to be a big lap and a half now. We're going to throw everything at it and go for broke. That's a good exit there out of turn 2. Down towards 3. We're going to get a huge run. We're going to try and get off the brake. Oh, that's a bit dirty there, but I'll try to use Benz there as a brake. We are going to get through though. Good traction. Power we up next on the Petronas machine. Good exit, good power down there. We're going to get on the inside again through this right-hander. Stand him up. Block past, that's what I'm talking about. Up to P19. Locatelli up next, and then Simone Corsi. I can't really see points happening, but let's try and push on as much as we can. That was quite tidy, to be fair. Probably my best one. My best line through there. I'm going to try a bit of a different line here. I'm going to refocus on my exit into this final corner. Keep it tucked in. Now we got the power. Marcel Schrotter wins it in Phillip Island. It's going to be a drag race with Locatelli to the line. Not quite. And it's going to be P18, I believe. But you know what? I'll take that. I enjoyed that. It was a good race. And the AR are actually pretty quick around there for a change, which was pretty good to see. But there you go. Marcel Schrotter wins it. Thomas Luthi P2 making it a 1-2 for Dynavolt. And pretty much I think they've won the Constructors now as well, so fair play to them. And then Balazzari P3, Alex Marquez P4, and Bastianini P5. Gardner, Navarro, Marini, and Di Gianantonio rounding out the top 9. And just confirmation that we finished down in P19 actually. So there you go. Overall though, a decent race. I enjoyed that. And I think we had pace for points, but didn't quite work out. I think the hard tyres were a little bit too hard. So in the next race in Malaysia, we'll go again. Malaysia is infamous for the AI not being very quick around there, and I'm being very quick around there. So that might be a little bit of a different story. So let's jump into it. Right, so here we go then for the Malaysian Grand Prix. There is Xavi Vierge in P11, or Xavi Vierge, however you want to say it. And we've got Lorenzo Balazzari starting from pole position in the Flexbox HP40 bike. So that's interesting for the constructors. We start 33rd and last here. First of all, let's change the tyres. Malaysia, of course, we're not going to take any chances. This is definitely a hard front, hard rear kind of circuit. But yeah, we're going to jump into it, have a little bit of fun, and I think this one will be a better track for us. So let's get to work and let's see if we can try and win this race, or at least get a podium from the back of the grid. Right, here we go. First gear selected. Let's try and have a good start here. Lights are on and they are off, and away we go for the Malaysian Grand Prix. That is actually not a bad start, to be fair. That's probably one of my better ones. We actually matched the AI pretty much. Down towards turn 1. Let's not overdo it here. Let's be confident but also cautious, because it could be dangerous. Inside line through 1. Nice little bit of space there. Up to P19 already. On the outside for 2 though, there's contact. A couple of riders go down, I think, but we've managed to come away unscathed. Up to P18, a little bit wide through turn 3, getting the power down around the outside here. Getting past a couple more. There's Luca Marini. Late on the brakes, down towards turn 4. Up to P14 here. What a start. Make that P13 now. This is more like it. There's the Binder. We're almost at the back of him. I had to kind of go wide to avoid having contact, and that's going to drop me a position or 2. Once again behind Berners there. A little bit of contact there, just tapping and getting attached to his rear tyre. Back up to P13 we go. Around the outside. Let's have a look at Binder here. We've got Chantra in front of him. Good run through there, good exit. Now it's time for the hairpin, tricky corner. I hate this corner so much on the bikes. It's bad enough when it used to be an F1, but on the bikes, look at that. Berners there is hot, almost takes out Binder. On the switchback, we're going to try and make the move, but doesn't quite work out. Got to be careful though with the AI. You always got one eye on yourself, another on the AI. They're very rash. Almost got collected there. Somehow we're still on the bike and we haven't been taken out yet. Our bike's going to be very hot. Down the inside of Binder, up to P11. There's Belega. I think that's Chantra down the inside, but we're going to get the traction down and stay in front. There we go. And so far, we've made up 2/3 of the grid on 1 lap. Really good opening up of the race so far. Let's see if we can try and get the run here on Xavi Vierge and also Nicola Belega. Let's see if we can try and pass these guys. Down towards turn 1, easy on the brakes and the hard tyre, just to make sure we don't overdo it. AI very wide, very aggressive. Belega almost across my front end there. Xavi Vierge, of course, running the 97 like myself, so it's back on the 97s. Down the hill, let's see if we can try and get the right line. There we go, that's the line you want right there. Power down. Good momentum. Down the inside at turn 4, there you go. Ooh, Contact there with Belega. Simone Corsi's gone down. Got the run on Belega here. Around the outside. Ooh, that's not going to work. It would have worked in Moto 3, but these bigger bikes are a bit trickier. Good exit though. We're going to get to the inside this time. For P9, can we take him into the hairpin? Easy on the brakes. There we go, stand him up on the exit. Nagashima in front, Remy Gardner in front of him, both of the teammates. Really good progress so far. The AI a little bit hot there. Nagashima's hot as well. Let's try and set him up for a move. Oh, around the outside, yes. Inside, yes, there we go. What a move. Around the outside, Nagashima. I can see Alex Marquez leading the way. Nagashima back down the inside, very hot on the brakes there. Trying to switch back, didn't quite work out as Jake Dixon goes down. And we're up to P8. Good progress now. Okay, starting to put the pressure on Remy Gardner now on lap 3. A little bit wide there. We'll just stick behind for now, just slot in and try and set him up here. This is a good corner for me now. The exit here, if we can stay low, that'd be great. Gardner comes a little bit low, but we're going to get lower. There we go, traction down. Take the inside line, and that's a good move, nice and clean. Up to P7 now, making that progress. Up next is Fernandez, and then Luti not too far in front. Good exit there. Can we send one on the brakes on Fernandez? No, not quite. Let's get an apex nice and early. There we go, that's nice. Putting ourselves into contention there. Going to switch back underneath Tom Luti here. Can we get that one? It's close. Contact multiple times, but we're going to get through. Barge our way through with a little bit of elbow action. Good move there. Up to P5 now. Jorge Navarro up next. P4. Let's see if we can try and get past him. I'm very wide here, so I'm expecting Luti to fully send one down the inside. He does, but he doesn't go as aggressive as we have seen before. So there we go. P5 now. There we go. Lap 4. And we set the fast up of the race by 1/10 of a second. First man into the 208s. Beating Bastianini's time. Let's get low here, nice and low. Luti's going to send one on the brakes. He's a little bit hot, uses me as a brake, but you know what? I got the elbows out last time, so it's all fair. Down the inside at 2, there you go, stand him up a little bit. Return the favour, let him know that we're not being pushed around. And there we go, we get back into P5. Now let's go after Navarro if we can. Good run there through 3. And now down towards turn 4. I'm so good for here. Navarro's very hot there, that's going to put him on the back foot. Big time. Good exit from us there. Good bit of traction. We're going to get nice and low early on. Smooth through this first one. Open up the second one as best as we can. Smooth on the power. There we go. Get to the inside. Down the inside. That's what I'm talking about. Nice move. P4 done and dusted. And I can see that podium and I can see that victory right up the road. Let's keep going. All over the back of Bastianini here. If I get the line right, can I go on the outside? Oh, it's close. Just going to get pinched off there, just squeezed off. I had to back out, otherwise I would have lost my front. Stay nice and tight through here, nice and smooth, easy on the power. There we go. That's a nice clean exit. Let's see what we're like on straight line speed compared to Bastianini, one of the big boys, of course, one of the heavy hitters. Let's pull over to the hairpin. I'm going to try and take a bit of a different line. I'm going to try and stay nice and tight, nice and narrow. Contact with Bastianini there as I was trying to straighten out the bike. We make the move though up to P3. Onto the last lap of the race and an even faster lap of the race still. Bastianini powers back past though. I'm going to be hot this time. This is going to be me going hot into turn 1. We managed to slow it down just enough. Oh, I'm getting pinched there. Pinched right into the apex. Bastianini not letting it go without a fight. I think the win's not going to happen, but we can maybe still get a decent podium. A second place is still possible. Nice run through 3, down towards 4. This one's done and dusted. This is my corner. There we go, job done. Now we're through. Marcel Schrotter, the man that won at Phillip Island, is up next. Good run for that entire section. Let's see what Schrotter's like on the brakes into the hairpin. I'm going to be very narrow. There we go, beautiful. That's the hairpin you want right there. Got the braking nailed. Could we win this race? Could it be possible if we have a smooth run to the finish? Oh, that was close. Woohoo! Whoa. Schrotter absolutely sending one there. We're gaining on Marquez. I'll tell you what, this could happen. If we get a clean run through here and Schrotter doesn't upset my run through here. Nice and tight. Marquez is going to get a good exit though. He's set himself up quite nicely there. Let's see if we can do something. It's going to take a lot, I think, to get him into the final corner. I think he's done just enough to stay in front. I'm hot on the brakes, to be fair. I've got to be careful Schrotter doesn't send one. Oh my god, again. How close was that? Good exit out the final corner, but unfortunately we're going to fall just short, and it's going to be P2 for the Malaysian Grand Prix. Decent race. I enjoyed that. That was much better than before. And overall, GG's to everybody. Really, really good race. In the end, we set the purple lap with the quickest lap with a 2:08.1. So a really quick lap there on the last lap. And Alex Marquez picks up the W. We come home second, and Marcel Schrotter P3. And that is your podium for the penultimate race of the season. Bastianini, Navarro, Luti, Fernandez, Gardner, and Balega round out the top 9. But now we're going to move into Valencia for the finale of Season 2. Right, so it all comes down to this, the finale of Season 2 here in Moto 2. And of course we are the World Riders Champion, and it's looking pretty good because, you know, it just feels good to be the champion. There is news as well. Valentino Rossi actually won the MotoGP Championship in the last race. So the Doctor has finally achieved that 10th World Championship, and also elsewhere, of course, in the constructors here in Moto 2, Dynavolt are now champions. So, yeah, all in all, there's not really nothing to play for in this race, both in the riders and the constructors. We're just going to do our best, have a little bit of fun, and end Moto 2 on our high in our swan song, basically. So, yeah, we're going to strap on some hard tyres because Valencia is quite hard on tyres, and tend to be quite aggressive here. Also, the AI are quite strong here, to be fair. It's one of my weaker tracks, if not maybe my weakest track of the entire calendar, so it could be interesting. So in my opinion, for me to have a good race, I need to be strong in the opening 2 laps. So let's get into it. Let's see how we get on for the finale of Moto 2. Right, here we go. It's time for our final start phase in Moto 2. Lights out and away we go. Not a bad start, to be fair. I should have shifted the second just a split second earlier. I just hit the rev limiter, but so far so good. Down towards turn 1. Picking up the inside line here, got to be careful. They are taking some weird lines, to be fair, as we go up the inside of Jake Dixon. Turn 2. Hot on the brakes there. We're going to get squeezed into by Dixon again, but we're going to make the move up to P16. A couple of riders going wide. We have to get on the brake to avoid contact. Is that Alex Marquez just in front of me there? If it is, he's had a shocker of an opening lap. Very narrow there. And yeah, it is Marquez. Wow, he's had a very poor start to the race. Up to P14 already though. What a start this has been. I did not expect this around a track where I'm so poor. Really good start. Alex Marquez down to P12. I cannot believe that. What a poor start from him. We've got Benzenea just to the left-hand side of us here. We're going to see if we can make a move on him. Down the inside. Got to be careful with the front tyre here. Don't tuck that underneath. Benzenea on the switchback makes the move. As we go through the chicane here, Locatelli. Benzenea side by side. We're going to go down the inside of the pair of them maybe here. Using Benzenea as a brake. We're going to get through. There we go. Up to P12. Well, that was a very solid opening lap, I've got to say. Did not expect that. We've got Ertel up here in P10 as well on the Tech 3 KTM. Very surprising as we skid the rear tyre. A little bit wide here. Luckily, we just pull it back in on the power, nice and early. Good exit. Getting the run here with Alex Marquez side by side onto lap 2. But you can see the power of the Mark VDS machine. Down towards turn 1. Got to be careful here, I'm not really sure whether they are going to brake. Very nice line there through 1. Nice and tidy. We're going to get the run on Marquez here. Do we send one down at 2? Yes, we do. We're going to send one on Ertel as well. A little bit deep, but you know what? We get past Marquez at least, possibly. Side by side. Yes, we do. Just about. What a move. Marquez looking for the move there into the hairpin. Currently P11, and the pace is starting to show now from the AI as I'm trying to hold on, but they are quicker than me, and this is one of my weaker tracks. Powie, they're up in P9. They are very scattered about around here, making it quite interesting, I think. Down towards the final corner then. Taking my usual kind of wide line, which I like to take, and then bring it in to focus on the exit. Lap 2, done and dusted in the books. And we're knocking on Ertel's door here. Let's see if we can try and find a way through. Had a look on the brakes there, but he was quite good to be fair. Turn 2, what about turn 2? Another look, late on the brakes. Very tight. Doesn't quite work out for me, unfortunately. I went down to the wrong gear. I used third, which was annoying. Good exit there, up the hill. Down the inside. Nice and tight to that curb. Good stuff, good exit. I'm going to get the run on Powie here. Had a look down the inside, didn't quite work out. Again, we're knocking on the door though. Let's try and get the run for the chicane. This is a strong point of mine. Get nice and narrow, nice and tight to the apex. A little bit of contact there as we barge our way through past Powie, up into P9. Inside for the next corner, there we go. Job done. Roberts up next. Let's see, we get a nice run through the final corner. A little bit wide there, Powie very, very hot. A desperate attempt to try and get back past, but we're up to P9 now. 3 laps to go, next time across the line as Fernandez sets the pace. Oh, Alex Marquez has crashed. There you go. He's had a bit of a poor race, and that's going to end his season in a bit of a whimper. Meanwhile, these 3 guys in front, I've definitely got more pace than these 3. The ones in front, not so much, but these 3 are definitely vulnerable. Down the inside of Roberts here on the brake, what we like. Not too bad on the power. Can we stand her up a little bit earlier? It's close, side by side. There we go, we're in front now. A little bit hot though into the turn 8 hairpin. Lequana is as well, but we're going to just about get the bike stood up nice as we go into the chicane. Down the inside of Lequana, taking a narrow line. There's my teammate Simone Corsi. Up to P7 now, making really good progress. Let's try and get past Corsi, and that'll be a 6th and a 7th for Tasca Racing Scuderia. Or Tasca Scuderia Racing, not really sure what order it's in, I always forget. Final corner. Oh, I had a feeling that was going to happen. Roberts with a desperate lunge almost took me and Lequana out. Luckily enough, we're still on the bike. 2 laps to go. Let's get after our teammate. I think we can pass him relatively easily. Had to release the brake there into turn 1. I didn't trust the AI behind me again. Fantastic run through 1 though. We're going to get the run on Corsi here, down towards 2. A little bit hot. Going to try and get on the brakes. There we go. Job done. And we're into P6. Did not expect that in this race. I've got to be honest. I've always struggled around here. Fantastic race. Right, here we go. Last lap of the entire season. And we set the fast lap of the race actually. Surprisingly, I did not think I had that kind of pace. Let's end it on a high. Can we catch anybody on this last lap? Let's give it a push. Here we go then. Final sector for the final time. I've tried my best this lap to try and catch up, and I've done a bloody good job in fairness, but I probably need 1 more lap just to close the gap. I'm very hot into the final corner here, just completely getting it wrong. But here we go. A good end to the season, a good finale. I enjoyed that. From last to P6, very enjoyable, and we finished Moto 2 on a high. Get in, really, really good race. Enjoyed that thoroughly, and some good overtaking action there. As you can see, Lorenzo Baldassari picks up the W ahead of Marcel Schrotter and Jorge Navarro. Luca Marini P4, Augusto Fernandez P5, and we come home P6 ahead of Simone Corsi. So 6th and 7th for us in this race. We also pick up the fast lap of the race, the only man into the 136s, and then we've got Joe Roberts, Iker Lecuona running out the top 9, Powie P10, and then further down, Luti only P12, and then further down we've got Di Gian Antonio only P19, Bastianini only P21, And then we got Alex Marquez 24th, Xavi Verge 25th, and then Nagashima 26th as well, Agata 30th, and then pretty much, yeah, Sam Lowe's at the bottom. Really up and down grid in that final race, guys. But let's look at the final Riders' Championship standings. And we win the championship by 50 points in the end, at the end of the season. Very comfortable by 2 race wins. And Baldassarre pips Luthi there to P4 at the end. And let's see where my teammate finished real quick. He finished down in P17, and he actually gained 3 places in that last race just by finishing P7. So good job there from Simone Corsi. And in terms of the constructors, we finished P3 behind Flexbox HP40. So overall, not too shabby. And the bronze position, if you will, in the constructors, and I pretty much poured in most of the points anyway. So overall, a decent season's work. But now we're going to move into some contract negotiations and see what happens in MotoGP. Okay guys, so we are here in a transfer window, and you can see on screen we have the offers. We only have one offer for MotoGP, but it's not a bad one. It's a bloody good one. Suzuki have come in for us. So, it's pretty simple. I want to go to MotoGP. I don't have any other offers, so we haven't got a choice. Let's sign for the blue team and let's get to work. There we go. Contract signed, name on the dotted line, job done. And we are now part of Suzuki alongside Alex Rins and also Joan Mir. It's going to be a very exciting season. I'm looking forward to it, guys, and hopefully you guys are too. But let's quickly proceed. And there we go. We're now going to move into pre-season testing at Malaysia, guys, on the Suzuki machine. So if you guys are looking forward to it, drop a like and subscribe if you are new, guys. And also if you enjoyed this video, like I said, drop a like. But yeah, guys, we'll be back very soon for the start of the MotoGP season. But guys, if you have missed any of these 2 videos on your screen, check them out if you have missed them. But other than that, guys, thank you for watching and thank you for your support in Season 2. But we now move into MotoGP. I'll see you guys in the next one very soon. But until then, it's goodbye from me.